you're a weirdo. If I don't like you, you're weird. Dump the bag out. It's no weed. It's no backwood. I'm confused. Hey y'all, it's LITWICKS and it's like I said because I'm back with another video. Yes, I'm back to back with another video. So if you see this shirt in my other video, don't be in the comments like be glad you're getting content. You feel me? But yeah, so this video is going to be about a story time about the time I almost got expelled from Mary Jane, marijuana, tweet against the tweet. You feel me? Yeah, a bitch almost got expelled for that. So let's just get right into the video. So y'all been asking me for story time. I'm coming back with the story time, you feel me? Because everybody loves my story time for some reason. Y'all really fuck with the story times. And I got some really good story times coming up soon. And I know this one story time in particular is going to knock y'all socks off. But I'm mentally preparing myself for the video because I got to share a lot of details about me and my life. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. So give me some time and I'm going to come to y'all with the deets. You hear me? But yeah. So anyway, on to the story about how the time I almost got expelled for weed. I think I was in 11th grade. I was in 11th grade, okay? So in 11th grade, all throughout high school, really, I used to I don't want to say I used to skip class, but I would choose and pick what classes I really wanted to go to. And if I really didn't want to go to that class, I wasn't going to go. I was going to go sit in the dance room and do what I wanted to do. But 11th grade is really when I quit senioritis. If y'all know what senioritis is, it's when you're not a senior yet, but you start doing senior shit, like not going to class, not doing work, shit like that. Like you're just over it. So I quit senioritis a year early, and I definitely had senioritis in 11th grade. So I had a paper due for my calculus class. Yes, please tell me why the fuck I had a paper due for calculus. An actual paper. We had to pick a mathematician and write a paper on a mathematician. Why? Why? This is math. Why am I writing a paper for my math class? I don't understand. But anyway, we had to do it, and it was like one of our midterm projects. So honestly, that shit was worth a lot of points. It was worth 70 points, and I could not do it. So I had to do it. But I was procrastinating and finishing it because it's not that I couldn't write it. It was actually easy. I had already did all my research. I already had my outline together. I just didn't officially finish typing my paper. So before my class started, I think that was my last period of the day. So the class that I was actually supposed to be in, I didn't want to go to because I didn't need to go to that class. It really was one of them classes that's I could bullshit for real. I didn't have to be in that class. So I skipped it. But I skipped it to write my paper for my more important class because I really needed to finish that paper. But before I went to that class, I also had lunch. So during my lunch, if I didn't want to sit in the cafeteria, I would go in the dance room. So that's what I did. So I went in the dance room to finish typing my paper so that I would be able to do what I wanted to do. You feel me? But it was a class being taught in dance. Because, I don't know if everybody in high school is like this, but, everybody's lunches is different. So, when you're in lunch, sometimes there's people are in classes, of course, while you're in lunch. And then they switch it out like that. We have 4 periods in a day. Let me explain it like this. We have 4 periods in a day. A lunch is before 3rd period. B lunch is in the middle of 3rd period. So, you go to class, then you got lunch, and then you go back to class. C lunch is right after 3rd period, so right before 4th period. So I think I had C lunch, but I was skipping my 3rd period class. I went to the dance room during my 3rd period, and of course I would have had C lunch, so I would have been skipping into C lunch and then I would have skipped lunch and then went to my 4th period class. That's how that worked. So because I was writing my paper, I was really writing my paper. So since I skipped 3rd period, I was writing that shit on my paper. I'm writing my paper, right? So I went in the dance room to write my paper. So in the dance room is my old dance teacher office. So she has her office and then it's the dance room. So I used to go in there all the time. I was really a teacher's pet for real. I was a favorite of hers. So she would let me come to her office. But mind you, this day she wasn't there. So it was a substitute. And honestly, at my high school, we didn't really have real subs. We barely had real substitutes. I don't know if they had a shortage on subs or what, but we didn't have real substitutes. So it was coverage. So it's a teacher that is covering the class, and then another teacher comes in and covers the rest of the class. So in the beginning of the class or whatever, it was this one teacher. I cannot fucking stand her. I had her for, I think, biology, or no, it wasn't biology. I don't know what I had her for. I think it was chemistry or physics. I think it was chemistry. In 10th grade, I hated her. I'm talking about hated her. I did not like her not one motherfucking bit. Like, I could not stand her. Like, when I tell y'all, this bitch was mad annoying. Like, oh my gosh. Like, to this day, if I seen her, I would mug the shit out of her because I just did not like her. Like, she was a bitch for no reason. And she was one of them weird ass teachers. Like, you're just a weird. Like, why are you so weird? Like, and I'm not even like that. Mind y'all, I'm always teacher's pet. I'm always teacher's favorite. Bitch, you're a weirdo. If I don't like you, you're weird. Like, it's that simple. Like, you're weird. So, she was one of them teachers that's like real. Like, I don't. And then she was black. She was black at that. So I feel like most of our teachers are white in that school. Well, yeah, most of the teachers was white. Why the fuck are you as a black teacher acting like that? Get yourself to fuck and gather. Like, literally, get it together. That shit was blowing me. Like, she was really weird. Like, really weird. This bitch used to wear motherfucking long ass church skirts, denim, with motherfucking Skechers. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with Skechers, and there's nothing wrong with them long ass shirts, but together, they don't go together. Do me a favor. Upgrade your wardrobe. Because that ain't it. I wasn't feeling it. And so she knew that I didn't like her because when I had her as my teacher, it was tension. Like, the bitch was annoying, so it was definitely tension. So she was no longer my teacher because I was in 11th grade now. But the bitch knew I didn't like her, so and she didn't like me because we had tension. So that's why I feel like she was really trying to be on some shit from the beginning when I came in that class, right? So we was in, I'm not going to say my dance teacher's name. I'm going to call her Plie. We was in Miss Plie class. We was in Miss Plie class, well, her dance room, and I was in the office. Mind y'all, since I skipped third period, I was in there I was in there probably for like an hour. I think our classes used to be like an hour and 30 minutes. I was in there that whole hour skipping my third period class, and she had a third period. So mind you, I'm skipping my third period class to write my paper. And it's another class going on. Mind you, I'm minding my business. Like, there's people in the office with me as well. Like, I think it was like 3 other girls in the office, but they had that class. And whenever there's a sub or like there's Miss Plie is not there, the class never really does what they're supposed to do. They're either dancing, twerking, just skipping dance, like just shit like that. Like, it's never organized chaos in that class. It is what it is. So it was some girls in the dance room, well, in the office with me. I think I knew like 1 or 2 of them, but the other ones were just like people I really didn't really talk to or nothing like that. But they was in there. And I was typing my paper, minding my business, listening to music while I'm typing my paper on the computer, minding my business. And mind you, what the fuck are we gonna call the bitch I don't like? We're gonna call her Dirtneck. Miss Dirtneck didn't have no problem at first. Like, she was cool for real. She was chilling. She didn't bother me. She was letting me type my paper. She didn't bother me. And yeah. So then, my homegirl texted me because, we had lunch together. I think we had lunch together. Yeah, I think we had lunch together. I can't remember. But she texted me. She was like, where you at? Like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm sitting in the dance room. No, wait. No, this is how it happened. We had third period together. And she was texting me. And she was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not in third period? Jaya. This was Jaya. Jaya was texting me. And she was like, why are you not in third period? Da-da-da. And I was like, girl, because I'm typing my paper for my 4th period class. Like, I got to get it done. And she was like, oh, can I come in there? And I was like, if you can leave class, yeah. I mean, Miss Plie not here. So just come sit in the dance room. Just be quiet. So she was like, okay, well, I'm on my way. I'm ready. Come in there. So she comes in there, right? Mind you, everybody is like about to leave their third period class. It's like almost over. Not over yet, but almost over. So they're about to go to lunch because they had sea lunch, like me. Everybody in Miss Plie's actual class. So the class is like not over yet, but I told y'all how coverage works. So one teacher covers half the class, the other teacher covers the rest of the class. So another teacher was coming in to cover the rest of the class, right? Like the next, like, however you split it up, I don't fucking know. But she was coming in to cover the other class. So I'm in there, I'm typing my paper, I'm minding my business. Like, literally, not paying nobody no mind because I really wanted to get this paper done. So Jaya comes in the dance room. Mind you, she's in there, and I'm really not paying her no mind. We're, like, having small conversation, talking here and there, but I'm really, like, focused on my paper. Like, when I tell y'all, this is the computer, and this is me being focused on my fucking paper. Like, I'm really typing the shit out this paper. That shit had to be 4 pages. And you might not think 4 pages is a lot, but when you don't give a fuck about the topic, it's a lot of pages to write a 4-page paper about a motherfucking mathematician that you don't give a flying shit about. It's hard. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, trying to type it, trying to make up shit, you know. So then another girl comes in. I'm not gonna use her name. I'm gonna call her Asian, cause she kind of like Asian doll. So we gonna call her Asian. I'm gonna call her Asian cause she kind of like Asian doll. So yeah, so Asian and Jaya are now in the office with me, and mind you, we was all cool cause we all cheered together. So we all cheered together. So we was all in the dance room, well, in the office. You know, they chit-chatting amongst each other while I'm typing my paper. Please keep in mind that Madison Danielle is typing her paper. Please keep that in mind. This whole video. Keep that motherfucking shit in mind. I'm not paying nobody no mind. I'm typing my paper. So Asian and Jaya smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. I've never smoked weed. I don't ever see myself smoking weed. That's just that. I got a hell of my family that smoke weed. My friends smoke weed. Jaya's one of my closest friends, and she smokes weed. Like, I don't get a problem with weed. I just don't see myself ever touching a blunt or putting a blunt to my lip, I'll say. So that's just that. So they're back there talking about weed. So Asian goes and says, I got a backwood in my bag. Jaya like, you got a backwood? I got weed. Like, I got weed. We could really roll up for real. Da, 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 da. Of course not in the school, but they was talking about it later on. So she like, oh shit, da, da, da. I got that. Yeah. So she cracks open the weed container. And I look back. And I'm like, y'all dumb as shit. Like, y'all dumb. Like, y'all dumb. Like, I literally said, I'm like, y'all dumb. Like, y'all dumb. Like, playing like y'all dumb. She closes it. Puts it back in her purse. Asian puts her backwood back in her bag too. So then we go back to normal conversation. Mind y'all, the little backstory. So before they did that, the door to the office was open. Of course, we closed the door. Right? We closed the door. While we're talking or whatever, why they saying all that? Mind you, Jaya had already put the weed back in her bag, right? Back in her purse. And it's a window right here, but Miss Plie had the window like taped up, like you couldn't see into the office at all. Like, you really can't see in there. It's like nothing. The door shut, you can't see shit, honestly. So it's like 2 knocks on the door. So the first knock, nobody heard it, but then mind you, I had music playing too. Then I hear another one. So I told Jai, I'm like, open the door. I think somebody knocking at the door. Bitch, by the time she got, mind you, the fucking dance office is literally a square. Like, it's like this. It's not big at all. So she doesn't have to book across the office to open the door. It's literally, she was standing right the fuck by the door. So she goes and she opens the door and nobody's right there. Like, literally. So I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't hear the door because there's nobody at the fucking door. Like, this bitch was going faster than the motherfucking UPS driver. When I tell y'all, it was like, boop, and she was gone. Like, it was nobody at the fucking door. So Jaya like, well, nobody's there. So she shuts the door again, right? So then, mind you, the teachers are switching. So Miss Dirtneck fucking came and knocked on the door. And then that's when the other teacher, we're gonna call her Airhead because she's a fucking airhead. Miss Airhead, because she's an airhead, was standing there just looking dumb. So Jai opens the door like nobody's here. So then all of a sudden we hear this banging on the door. Open the door! Open the door! So Jai opened the door like, what? Like, what's up? Like, so mind y'all, it's another teacher. This motherfucking man is a gym teacher. I cannot stand this man. Never liked this man ever. Like, he's a gym teacher. He's never been my gym teacher, but I do not like him. Like, he had a big ass crush on my dance teacher. She didn't want him. Nigga thought he had some authority because he used to walk around the school with a motherfucking walkie-talkie. Bitch, you got a walkie-talkie because you're a gym teacher and you be outside. Not because you're an assistant principal. Not because nothing. Like, you don't have no motherfucking authority. Nothing against gym teachers. But like, bitch, you're a gym teacher. You're a phys ed teacher. That's your position in this school. Stop walking around this bitch like you got some higher up. Like you really got some authority. You don't. And he used to really get on my nerves. Mind you, this man is a fat white man. And I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that. But the way he like talks to people and like carries himself is real like, and I don't like shit like that. Especially coming from them kind of people, because you're not gonna talk to me, a black female, like that. And I'm not trying to play the race card, but you really gotta watch that shit, because people really be thinking they're slick. And you're not gonna talk to me any type of way as a white person. I'm sorry, I don't care. Instantly I get defensive, because you're not gonna talk to me any type of way as a white male at that. Fuck, you got me fucked up. Like, you got me fucked up. I don't care how wrong I am. Don't address me in no motherfucking type of way that's not respectful. Period. My dad don't even come at me sideways. Why the fuck would I let a white man come at me sideways? Are you dumb? Goofy. Lost your marbles. Yeah. So yeah, so he's banging on the door. Open the door. So Johnny's opening the door. He's fussing. I'm talking about literally came in there on 1,000. Mind you, I'm still minding my business, type my paper. Man comes in there like, it smells like weed in here. Y'all don't belong in this office. Get all your things and get out right now. I'm calling the principal. It smells like, he's like going off. I'm talking about, he didn't come in there and say what's going on. Like, why y'all in here? Not supposed to be in here. You know, Miss Plie is not here while in her office. This man gets to going the fuck off. Like you're like he's principal or something, and you're a gym teacher. And you wasn't even covering the class. That's the whole thing. He wasn't even the next person to cover the class. Both of the teachers that was covering the class were standing right there. Where the fuck did you come from? Did they go and get you? Like, I'm not understanding. That's how I know he was minding business that had nothing to do with him. Because where the fuck did you come from? He like, get out of there. Like, literally fussing. Get your stuff and go. Get your stuff and... So, me being me. Because, mind y'all, I don't know what weed smell like. Now I know. But before, I really wasn't never really around weed that wasn't being smoked to know what that shit smells like out the pack. To be honest. I'm being dead ass honest. So I didn't smell no weed. I didn't smell shit. I honestly didn't know what the fuck. I didn't smell nothing. It didn't smell like nothing to me. Like, it smelled like how it smelled when I walked in that bitch. Stanky. Like, it smelled musty because them bitches and dance be musty. So... it didn't smell like nothing. So I really dead ass am sitting there like, I don't know what the fuck, what is he talking about? Mind y'all, I knew Jaya had opened the weed, but at the same time, I didn't know she opened it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I was paying attention to them in the background, but not completely paying attention to them. So I was hearing their conversation, so I knew from hearing her that she opened it. That's why I'm like, oh, y'all dumb. But I didn't know you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that it was open enough to really be like, oh, bitch, it smells like weed in here. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, this man fussing, saying all this shit. So me being me, because I'm innocent, I didn't do a bitch ass thing. I don't got no weed. I didn't touch no weed. I'm in here typing my people mind my motherfucking business. And it's not even that I couldn't be in the office, because Miss Plie wouldn't have given a fuck if she knew I was in the office. Miss motherfucking Dirtneck didn't give a fuck about me being in the office typing my paper. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. So he fussing, so I fussed the fuck back. I went from literally typing my paper. I turned around. I said, don't fucking talk to me like that. Just like that. And I cussed. I don't give a fuck. I said, why can't the fuck you talk to me? Don't fucking talk to me like that. Just like that, because I did not give a fuck. Because who the fuck are you yelling at? You're not my dad. I don't know who the fuck you are. Like, why are you yelling? He like, it smells like weed. And when I tell y'all, this man was yelling. Like, I'm talking about as if I was his child and I just fucking did something wrong. He like, get out! Like, I'm talking about red as a fucking tomato. I'm like, who the fuck is you talking to? Like, who the fuck is you talking to? Because I know you're not motherfucking talking to me. I don't know who the fuck you talking to. I ain't do shit. You all like, it smell like weed in here. I don't even know what the fuck that shit smell like. What the fuck is you talking about? I'm really like, yeah. Like, really, yeah. I don't go fuck teacher or not. You got the wrong bitch. Like, I was like, what the fuck is you talking about? Ain't no motherfucking weed in here. What is you talking about? Ain't nobody smoking no weed. You sound dumb. Like, what did you... Mind y'all, I really didn't have a clue what the fuck Jaya really did with the weed or anything. I didn't know what the fuck was really going on. But I just knew that I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. So I'm all vouching for myself at this point. I'm like, what is you talking about? I'm in here typing my paper. Miss Dirtneck knew I was in here. Why the fuck are you yelling at me? What the fuck? Like, really, like, coming at this man like he coming at me. So she like, I knocked on the door and nobody answered the door. Y'all open the door and it smells like weed in here. I aired that bitch flat. I said, what the fuck is you talking about? You didn't knock on no fucking door. We opened the door and nobody was there. You knocked, and she like, y'all wouldn't let me in. Bitch, you knocked one fucking time. You knocked one time. You knocked one fucking time. And by the time we opened the fucking door, bitch, you were gone. Like, that shit had me blown. I was like, what the fuck is you talking? Mind you, I'm putting on a whole motherfucking scene. Jaya and Asian then walked out the dance room. They then walked out with their heads down. Like, what, bitch? Soon as he came in there yelling, they got their shit and walked out, right? Not me. Because you're not going to yell at me and I know I'm not wrong. So I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? So they get to calling my principal. Mind you, my principal and me are like this. Like, we were cool as fuck. Like, he just was one of them principals that you just be cool with for real. I was even cool with my assistant principal, and she was a white lady. Like, she was cool for real. My principal was black. And then the assistant principal was white, whatever. But she was cool for it. Like, she was one of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was cool as a bitch. Like, I'm gonna just say it like this. I liked all my teachers except for a few of them. Because the school was really cool. I loved my high school. I love my high school so much. I still love my high school. I would still go back and, you know what I'm saying? When I make it big or whatever, I'll make an appearance at pep rally. For real, type shit. You get me? But, like, y'all, the few teachers I didn't like, I despised of them bitches. So, I'm sitting there, and I'm yelling. I'm yelling, ah! Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Going the fuck off because you got the wrong bitch. Do not talk to me any type of way. So, they call my principal. He's like, I'm calling the principal right now. I'm like, okay, fucking call him. Fucking call. I said, okay, I'll get the fuck out when you call the principal because you don't have no motherfucking authority in this bitch. I'm like, you're really going off. You don't have no fucking bitch. You walk around with a walkie-talkie. You don't got no motherfucking authority. Like that. Because I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck. So, I call my mom. Call my mom on the phone. I'm like, Mom, they got me fucked up. Mind y'all, I don't cuss at my mom. Only reason I was cussing was because I was mad, and that's how she know when it's really a problem. I'm like, Mom, they got me fucked up. Like, I pulled a whole Camilla type shit. I'm like, Mom, they got me fucked up. They got me fucked up. They ain't here talking about some weed. You know I don't smoke, Ma. You know I don't smoke weed. I ain't even never touched no weed. I ain't touched no weed. I don't know what the fuck they in here talking about. This bitch in here yelling at me like I'm his fucking child, and I'm literally pointing at him. This bitch in here talking to me like I'm his fucking child, and I don't know what the fuck he talking about. So my principal coming there, right? We're gonna call him Milk Dud. Mr. You laughing at me? Yeah. Mr. Milk Dud coming there, and he like, Madison, calm down, like, calm down. I'm like, no. Like, he calmed me down because I fucked with him, like, he was cool. He was like, Madison, just calm down, like, everything's gonna be okay. Like, if it's nothing, it's nothing. Like, it does smell like weed in the office. I don't know why. You gotta calm down, and you gotta get off the phone with your mom because you can't be on your phone in school. You can't be talking to nobody on the phone in school. I'm like, no, because I'm talking to my mom because y'all got me fucked up. He like, you gotta calm down. You gotta calm down. Mind you, I'm still going. I'm like, gonna call him Curly Sue. Because that bitch used to walk around with a little flip-up curl in his head like a motherfucking yeah. Like, no. So, I'm like, Mr. Curly Sue got me fucked up. He in here yelling at me like I'm his child. It's on my own fault, but don't even talk to me like that. What the fuck is wrong with this man? Mind you, I'm going off. I don't care. Disrespectful as fuck because I just did not like that I was being disrespected for no reason. I was literally being a good scholar writing my paper. Like, why the fuck are you yelling at me? I don't like that. Do not try to discipline me in a yelling type of tone. Don't, bitch. I don't know you. You're not my parent. Don't talk to me like that. Talk to me normal. And you could get normal Maddie. You get up here, bitch, I'm gonna go up here. So he get the fussing. Ha 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 ha. So my principal coming there, he's calming me down. He's like, you gotta calm down. Come on, we're gonna go to the office. Mind y'all, I was aware that Jai had weed. I was aware that Asian had the fucking backwood. So I'm sitting there like, oh my God, like, I ain't do shit, but I know I'm gonna go down for it because I was in there, and I just feel like they're not gonna believe me if I say I wasn't doing nothing. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But backstory, while I'm acting a fool, these bitches then walked out of the office, hid in the dance room curtain, and tucked everything that they had. I'm oblivious because I'm going the fuck off because I literally have no motherfucking idea what's going on. I don't know what weed he's talking about. I don't know shit. These bitches is in the curtain getting themselves together. But mind you, they using me as a diversion. And I'm creating a diversion and don't even know I'm creating a diversion because I'm fucking heated. I'm mad as a bitch because you're playing. What the fuck is you talking about? I want to write my paper. These bitches in the curtain getting this shit together. But I don't know shit. I didn't know a bitch ass thing. So we walking to the office. Mind you, my assistant principal, I'm still cussing. I'm still mad. I'm like, that bitch really had me fucked up because I don't know who the fuck he was talking to. Like, he really had me fucked up. So my assistant principal like, Maddie, you gotta calm down. Just calm down. Like, it's okay. Like, I get it. I know. I'm sorry that he was very rude, disrespectful to you. I know. I'm sorry. Like, she's trying to calm me down. So I'm calming down. You know, I'm coming down. I'm coming off the edge. They had us walk outside like we're fucking criminals to get to the office. We walk outside, we go in the office. I'm sitting there. He like, okay, dump out all y'all stuff. Dump out y'all book bag. Mind you, I was on my period, so that's probably part of the reason why I went from 0 to 100 so fucking fast too, because it was like easy as a bitch to do so. So I'm dumping out my bag, my pads coming out, everything coming out. I'm looking at Jaya and I'm looking at Asian like, these bitches about to dump out their bag and we about to get caught and we about to get in trouble. And I ain't do shit, but these bitches is my friends and I was with them, so it's just like we about to all get in trouble. They get to dumping out their bag. And they're not nervous at all. They're not scared. They just dumping that shit out. Like, okay. They dump the bag out. It's no weed. It's no backwood. I'm confused. I'm like, the fuck, did you eat it? Like, did you swallow it? Did you throw it? Like, what? I'm like, I hope this bitch did not throw that shit in the trash can. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. I'm just sitting there in my head like, what the fuck? So he like, put your hands out. He smells our hands or whatever. They didn't search our bodies or nothing like that. But he was like, put your hands out. So they smelled our hands. And there was no weed on our hands. And I'm so glad Jaya never touched the weed. Because that bitch would have been done. But it was no weed like smell. It was just regular smell. So I'm sitting there like, yeah, I don't know what he was talking about. He came in there fussing, yelling and screaming, cussing, doing all this extra stuff. Talking about, so we're not supposed to be in the office. All this stuff. And I don't know what was going on because I don't know nothing about no weed.
I don't know nothing about that lifestyle, whatever y'all got going on, because that's not me.
So he was like, well, y'all don't have nothing in y'all bags. I don't smell anything on y'all hands. Y'all are really good. I'm sorry that everything happened. The office did smell like weed. I don't know. I said, I don't know. Maybe somebody was smoking in there. Or maybe somebody smoked before they came in there. I don't know. But I don't know nothing about no damn weed. So he was like, okay, I'm sorry. You know, this is just protocol. Whenever that happens, we have to, you know, do the little whatever, right? So I'm like, whatever. So I'm mad as a bitch because, mind y'all, I couldn't type my paper while I was getting searched for fucking something I didn't have nothing to do with. So I'm sitting there mad, trying to like, mind you, this is about lunchtime. So I'm sitting there, I'm mad. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't type my paper and my paper is gonna be late. I'm not gonna get the grade that I'm supposed to get, blah blah blah. So mind y'all, my English teacher from 10th grade, she was like a disciplinary action as well. Like she had that under her belt. Like she could break up fights and she, you know what I'm saying? She was also department chair. So at this time, she was in the office with us while they was, you know, searching us or whatever. So I'm still complaining about my damn paper because that's all I gave a fuck about. So she was like, Maddie, I'm going to give you my computer and you can type your paper while you're in here. You can stay in the office and type your paper. And when you're done, you just send it to your teacher or I'll let her know. We'll work with you so that you don't have to worry about anything like that. I'll make sure she knows so that you don't get no points deducted from your paper. And I did not like this bitch. I did not like her because I just don't like her attitude. I don't like how she carry herself. But when she did that, she got some brownie points for me because I'm sitting there like, thank you, bitch. Because honestly, I don't fuck with you, but you cool right now. So, mind y'all, everybody had left out the room. Like, before the paper thing happened or whatever, before she let me start taking my paper, before they actually excused us to go, they left out the room. And I was sitting there quiet. It was me, Asian, and Giant, and we're all sitting there quiet. And I'm like, don't say nothing because they probably got cameras in this bitch. And that's probably what that protocol is. They just leave and let you snitch on yourself. I said, don't say nothing. Like, just be quiet. So we looking around for the camera or whatever. We looking around for the microphones and shit like that. Like we in a movie or something. So we get the whispering. So I'm like, what did y'all do with this stuff? Jai all like, I said, what? She all like, and then Asian all like, so I'm like, y'all tucked it. They like, so I'm like, oh wow. So we get to like actually talking a little bit. So they like, yeah, while you was was yelling or whatever, I put the weed in my pants, and Asian put the backwood paper in her pants too. And I was hoping they didn't like search our bodies or nothing like that, because we was gonna be shot of luck then. But yeah, so I'm like, oh wow. They're like, yeah, while you were doing all that yelling, cussing, and fussing, we was getting shit right. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, if I was calm and not an emotional bitch, we would have all been expelled. So thank me for my motherfucking attitude, because if I didn't have an attitude problem or a high temper, we would have definitely been expelled. So I got us out of that thanks to my attitude. But yeah, so basically that was that. We got off because they hit it or whatever. And I wasn't going to tell this story, but I'm like freaking 4 years graduated already, and we don't even got the same principal. And I didn't care. Oh, and on top of that, y'all, I had just made company for senior year. And like when you're on company, you cannot get in trouble. Like you can't do bad shit. You have to represent the school in a really good, positive light, things like that, or else it just makes you look bad. So I was really mad that I told y'all, he was so obsessed with my dance teacher that like he used to tell her every fucking thing. He couldn't wait to fucking tell her that one of her new company members was fussing and cussing at him. So the next day, mind you, we got off or whatever. They let us out. I typed my paper. I sent my paper to my teacher, and I got an A. And the next day I came to school. She told us about everything. Mind you, I never ratted on Jaya or Asian because I don't do shit like that. I mean, now I don't give a fuck who watches this video. It knows like we're gone, we're graduated. What the fuck y'all gonna do now? Take our diplomas back? Fuck. But yeah, so that was that. But then she had like kept asking me like what really happened, and I'm just sitting there like, what happened. Like, stop asking me. I don't care if I just got on company or not. Stop asking me. I'm not gonna tell you what the fuck happened. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure she put her own spin on things and figured it out herself, but I really don't give a fuck because I never said a bitch ass thing. So she made me apologize to all 3 teachers involved, because she was like, I just feel like as a company member, you should just go ahead and take up responsibility and apologize for your actions that happened that day, because I know things were rough and got out of control, but you know you're not really that kind of student, so just apologize just to make things better, because I wasn't here, but they definitely told me that it was like a lot. And I'm like, apologize? She was like, you don't even have to mean it, just fucking say it. And I was like, all right. So I had to email all 3 of these bitch ass teachers a fucking email, and I still got the email. So I'm gonna read them to y'all so y'all know that this situation really did happen. Oh, January, February, March, April, May 26, 2017 is when this happened. So I emailed one of my teachers. I'm gonna put the emails in here too so y'all can see them too, and I'm gonna blur up their names, of course. I said, hello, Miss Dirtneck. I would like to apologize for my actions on Wednesday, May 24th, because that's when the situation happened. I acted off impulse, and that is not the kind of student I am or want to be seen as. So again, I sincerely apologize that you had to see me and act in that manner. Thank you and have a blessed weekend. This little dumbass bitch never responded. She didn't say, I accept your apology, it's okay. She didn't say anything. She didn't even say that she received my email. Fuck her. She can die. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so she didn't say nothing, and I didn't even mean my email because I just had to do that shit because I was on company. I emailed the other teacher, Miss, what the fuck I call that bitch? Miss Airhead? Yeah. I said, hello, Miss Airhead. I'm not a student of yours. I never had her before. I said, I'm not a student of yours. I'm sure you don't know me well, but my actions on Wednesday, May 24th, 2017 are not a direct reflection of the type of person I am, so I apologize that you had to see me act in such a disrespectful manner. Thank you and have a beautiful weekend. She actually did respond. She said, I forgive you, I understand, She responded. Yeah. Then, y'all should hear my email to this man. I did not want to apologize to Mr. Curly Stu at all. I did not give a fuck. Everything I said to that man, I meant that shit. And to this day, I still mean that shit. I don't care. But she wanted me to apologize to him so fucking bad. So I said, hello, Mr. Curly Sue. I apologize for cursing you out and acting in a hostile manner. Sincerely, Madison. That's all I said. That man got a sentence out of me. Everybody else got a nice little paragraph. That man got a sentence because I didn't give a fuck. And I meant everything I fucking said. So yeah, that's the time a bitch almost got expelled for marijuana. And I didn't even have nothing to do with it. But I wanted to let y'all know that story because I feel like that story was kind of funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was wild. Like, I really was ready to get in trouble. And mind y'all, I was shaking in my boots in that motherfucking office. Because I'm like, wow. Like, I'm ready to get expelled. And I don't even smoke weed. I'm ready to hit a motherfucking blunt. Because y'all ready to stress me the fuck out. You hear me? Like, no. Like, no. But yeah, so that's what happened. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I appreciate all my subscribers. You guys fucking are awesome. And yeah, peace out, y'all.